Let's go. What is up? What is good? It is that time of the week. Week 14 picks. Click share with friends on Facebook. If you're listening on your podcast app, welcome. This is Sims and Lefkoe, and I'm excited because I kicked ass last week, and I'm excited to gloat. How are you, Sims?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Quarterback number 66 was?
Brandon Weeden.
Brandon Weeden. That's a good one. Have some bad news.
Yeah.
Warren Sapp forgot that he was going to Art Basel.
Yep, that's
so
right. Let's call his
that's
ass
legit
out.
what happened.
Yep.
So he will be joining us next week. We will have a phone call with Warren Sapp from now on every Thursday during our show. We each get one question, and then he gets to talk about whatever he wants.
I just wonder, what I want to really know is how many weeks it's going to take him to be comfortable with you to where he treats you with respect, because that's what he'll do to you.
I can't wait to hang out with him in person.
But once he trusts you, he's like...
And once I'm in the trust tree?
He's your best bud.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Let us see. Oh, by the way.
I
do have a special guest coming in.
Oh, do you?
You don't know who it is?
Here?
Yeah. Do you know who it is?
No.
Cool. You want to take a guess?
Is it, can you give me like some...
It's a person.
Whoa.
You get one guess.
But is it somebody that works in our office, or is it an athlete?
Maybe.
No.
It is an athlete.
It is an athlete?
Yeah, so you get one guess.
What sport?
I'm worried that you're going to get it. I'm not telling anymore.
Well, I mean...
Nope, let's go to the picks. I'm nervous now. You're freaking me out because you're good at those games. Let us go to the picks last week, and what do you know? Adam Lefkoe went 12-4 and made $1,080. Sims went 10-6, had a good week.
Yeah.
Made $370 after he made a lot of money on the Patriots.
Damn.
$900.
I can't win those other games.
I walk into work today and producer Canvasser goes, "You went 11-5." I said, "Hell no, I didn't."
Oh, you can't trust...
I'm worried about the whole season.
You should worry about the whole season.
Because he took away the Giants win from both of us.
He's one of the smartest dumb guys I've ever been around.
Smartest dumb guys?
Or the dumbest smart guys. That's what he is.
He's a smart guy that's dumb sometimes.
Yes.
And he was freaking out when I told him that we wanted to call Warren Sapp today.
Oh, gosh, I know.
It was not in the plans.
You got the dial numbers and everything. Fucking insane.
You know what, though? I'm excited. I love Canvasser, so it's all good. But we are going to start New Orleans, Atlanta. This game is in Atlanta. This game is enormous in my book.
Enormous.
Enormous. Enormous. Oh, we're down in Atlanta, but the Saints are marching in. We've got the Saints at 9-3, Atlanta 7-5. And apparently the line is actually 1.5. Okay, I'm done.
I thought we got it at 1.
We got it at 1.
Yeah, again.
I'm nervous.
To our point.
Okay, I think they're messing up.
Smartest, dumbest smart guy I know, Matt Canvasser. Did we have a solo of you? Can we show a picture? Yeah.
Okay, oh, now he's blaming people. Real leader.
Oh,
real leader.
Oh, gosh, he's one of those quarterbacks, huh?
All right, so I looked at this game, and obviously I think New Orleans is a better team. I just did a Lefkoe lock video, so I'm going to give you my breakdown.
Yeah.
First off, the Saints have owned the South the last few years. They're like 11-2-1 against the South, against the spread. But I went back and looked. Home teams on Thursday Night Football. The last 6 weeks are now 5-0-1 against the spread, and they're blowing teams out on Thursday Night Football, not including Thanksgiving. The only one that was a push was that Seattle blocked extra point. It's a trend that's happening.
Yeah.
Andrus Peat is not playing for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. Mark Ingram's banged up with a toe, expected to play. Marcus Lattimore banged up. Marcus Williams banged up, all expected to play. Did I say Marcus Lattimore? Marshawn Lattimore?
Yeah. Good.
The Falcons' defense at home has been top 10 in rushing, passing, and scoring. If you were to extrapolate it to a season, I'm going upset. I'm going $20. I'm going the Falcons. I have been betting against them all year. Not today. Thursday Night Football. I like the home team. I'm going Falcons.
Okay,
I think Kamara has a big game because he's Kamara. I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, this is a flip the coin game. I'm going with New Orleans, but only $10.
Okay.
And my score for my picks for the week, I picked New Orleans to win 21-20. So I was right around the spread, which was always funny to me. I mean,
it's
listen,
funny. We got that iTunes comment said, "How do you pick your numbers?" And you end up picking the spread like every time.
I'm pretty close. I don't know if it's now if I could just figure out how to bet. But the big thing is with the matchup. I mean, you hit on a lot of good points. Andrus Peat being hurt certainly does scare me, especially, hey, that's a good front seven for the Atlanta Falcons. And Teron Armstead, if he gets hurt and he can't play,
who do they go to now?
Then it becomes a depth
Andrus
issue.
Peat has been their great like safety net the entire season.
Left tackle, left guard,
everything.
Right guard, everything. Yes, he has. I still think that this is the thing I look at more than anything. I think New Orleans, first of all, playing a team like Atlanta, yes, Atlanta's speed on that field surface, certainly great. But New Orleans is used to playing on that surface. They're used to playing dome type of football. And the other thing I just go, again, Atlanta's got great talent on both sides of the ball. Their biggest issue is lack of different things they do on each side of the ball. And that always scares me against Sean Payton and the D coordinator, Allen. What the hell is
Allen.
Dennis Allen, right. They will do some creative different things to give their team an advantage. Now, Marshawn Lattimore's health status is big, because he is the type of guy that they can afford every now and then to go, okay, you're on an island with Julio on a 3rd and 7, and we're going to take a chance and let you just man up on him. And he's the kind of guy that can cover him.
I think this is going to be a great game.
It is going to be a great game. I just think at the end of the day, I'm taking Sean Payton. I'm taking the balanced attack of the Saints offense. And the fact that, Atlanta's offense, yes, got playmakers, but it's just not a smooth sailing machine. So
I've been down on Atlanta all year.
Right.
It's funny.
The Thursday night thing's real. I mean,
the Thursday night home thing I think means something. I genuinely do.
Think about it. I mean,
all of them.
Well, think about what you have to do as a player. Just like you would go, okay, Sunday we play. Monday we got to go to the facility, and we're gonna, get some rehab. We're gonna work out. We're probably gonna have a walkthrough to go for the next team, whatever we're playing on Thursday. Tuesday you have a light practice walkthrough. Wednesday you have to go there again, of course. Light practice walkthrough. Get on a plane and then fly to where you got to go. That is a lot over a 3-day period.
I want to read these to you just so people can understand why I bet Atlanta here. Because when I looked back at the games the last few weeks, I was like, wow, this really is incredible. And it starts off with Washington getting upset by Dallas last Thursday by 24. Pittsburgh beats Tennessee by 23. The Seattle-Arizona game that they really did cover. Jets won by 13. And then the Ravens won by 40. And then the Raiders upset the Chiefs. All teams that we didn't really pick. You know what else we didn't pick?
What?
You didn't pick my surprise. And now I'd like to introduce him to him. You ready?
Introduce him to him?
Don't make fun of me. This is a big moment for the podcast.
Who is
Chris
this
Sims?
person? Gabe Gomez. Wow, you brought in Gabe Gomez. Damn. Are you kidding me? That is awesome. I was like, wait, he doesn't. What up,
podcast? I'd like to
You are my
introduce
man
you
right here.
to Didi Gregorius,
My
of the
favorite
New York
Yankee
Yankees.
player.
Chris Sims' favorite Yankee.
Damn, man. When you walked in, I was like, wait, that's
Didi.
Didi Gregorius?
Right.
What up, man?
You have no idea.
Yankees and no idea.
Look at him. Look at him. Look how happy he is.
Right here. You are the man. First of all, the Yankees are the only team that I'm like truly indebted to in sports. Yes. I mean, I'm all about the Yankees. And Lefkoe has heard me say many times, you are my favorite Yankee player. And of course, the position you had to take over was not easy. I mean, it was like taking over for Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. I mean, that's literally what you did. But man, good year. That was good shit.
I don't know how I kept this secret.
I can't believe it
I'm the worst
either.
secret keeper ever.
I can't believe it
So
either.
Chris is a guy that, look, we interview athletes all the time. He was an athlete. His dad was the quarterback of the Giants, all this stuff. And I was wondering, because you're his guy, I was wondering what the effect would be.
going to be?
Yeah, and I can see it.
Yep.
No, he's unbelievable.
Best arm in the majors for a field player right here. Yeah, one of the clutchest hitters in the majors right here.
He's the Kluber killer.
I was at Game 4 this year against the Astros. Game 4, when you guys were down 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th.
Yep.
It was the most fun I had at Yankee Stadium, ever, really. It was maybe the best sporting event I've ever been to. I was, of course, a few drinks in. Might have intoxicated myself with a few other things, too. But I had fun. It was a blast.
Well, it's good that you had a blast, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. You excited about the team, though, and everything, and where it's going?
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely excited about the team.
All right, and then Brett Boone. I mean, now you got the new
Aaron Boone.
Aaron Boone. Sorry, Brett Boone.
frazzled.
I am frazzled, but that's cool. I mean, you know him. I mean, has he been around you guys enough to?
I mean, I talked to him like when we have like ESPN Baseball Tonight. He's come to the field and he's getting his interviews and. We talked to him and exchanged a couple words.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Cool. All right, and then so since we're doing like football picks, you got a football team? Who you root for? Anybody?
I'm not really a big football fan. Like if it's on, I'll watch it, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I want to say something. We have a belief about like there's certain stars in the NFL. So if I said, what NFL players would you know? How many names do you think you could list off?
You know Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, because
you know Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Stop. Right. Don't let him do it. So I'm trying to help your favorite player.
I know. Who? Beckham,
Okay.
Cruz.
Cruz. Victor Cruz made his top 4. I love it. I love it.
I mean, the guys that come up right now.
What do you think
Brown,
of Odell?
Antonio Brown?
In New York? You guys are the big, swinging whatever's in New York. You're the Yankees, but it's Odell. Yeah. What is it like sharing that New York stage with him?
I mean, it's good. Like, for me, it's just everybody in New York is actually good because, I mean, you're in New York, otherwise it will be different. But
he wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but, I mean, he's a really great guy. I mean, I see his posts. I see him play, you know. You see his dance moves. I mean, that's what everybody. I know, man. He got a lot. He's a lot of yeah, definitely.
So what is it like to wear those stripes? And because he's a Yankees fan. He's a Yankees fan. I'm a Phillies fan. Yeah. So I grew up looking at the Yankees like they're the evil empire. Yeah. But for Yankees fans, those things are like gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
I mean, it's like an honor. It's especially me when I came after following. Derek Jeter, icon, legend here in New York, So it was not easy. I would say that, but it was.
What was it like?
It was actually a rough patch for me in the beginning, but then I mean I'm here for a reason. I'm here to play the game, so just focus on that, and basically that's all that happened.
What was rough in the beginning? Like what was it? I mean, of course I know you're getting used to being
not playing the way I wanted to play. That's the first thing.
Right.
I was not satisfied. I was struggling.
Right.
And the only way I can get through is I'm being through a lot already that way. So I mean. If you work, like everybody was saying, if you can work through that, you can work through everything. So,
yeah, right.
Especially here in New York, getting booed the first day we get on the field. So
nothing phases him now, man.
Yeah.
He just chokes up on the bat when it's 3-2 a little, and you never know what's gonna happen.
That's amazing. It is interesting. Like the Yankees are New York. Like I know the Giants are the team, and the Knicks are great.
No, the Yankees run New York City. It's a very.
What is it like being a Yankee in New York City?
I mean, awesome. Great.
Do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah, I just recognized that I was walking outside. But
it's not fun anymore.
I mean, it's still fun. I mean, you're playing for the fans anyway, so they are the one that can build you, and they are the one if they want, they can destroy you too. So, I mean, you can see them on the street, just say hi. You want to take a picture.
Sure.
Take a picture. Right. But if I'm at dinner, I'll probably stop them. So I want to just eat, relax. Just with people that I'm with. But
who
besides
are you hanging
that,
out with on the team?
Who I hanging out
who
with?
Are your guys?
Well, right now, nobody, because I only came here for a couple of days. But normally, like throughout the season, I got Hicks, Castros, Romine.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin, like all those guys.
It's a good team.
It is a good team.
You guys are good.
It's a really good bond team, and everybody's together. So you can hang out with anybody, and you will never get bored.
Come on, this right here, the filming in the dugout after home runs and doing the fake interviews. That was awesome, man. That's the stuff that the Yankee fans love.
That's what I'm saying. It's something different,
Right.
Not everybody's gonna be all straight face. You got to have fun with it while playing the game the right way.
Yeah, right.
So I think that's how we build up last year and this year, and I think that's what we ended up going this far. So I think
What kind of music do the Yankees play in the dugout? What do you guys listen to?
All types of music.
Who gets to control it?
I mean, you got a lot of culture. So,
Judge is in control.
Judge gets to control it?
Yeah, he gets to control the music.
Well, no one's mess with him.
No, he gets to control. I think CC told him.
Is he a good DJ?
Yeah, he's actually a really good DJ.
He gets the aux.
He puts everything, old school, new school, everything you can think of. He has it. Yep.
So, give me an example of some music.
I mean, he plays Pac, Tupac, Biggie. Even Latin music, Bad Bunny, and all those guys.
Okay. So
he goes back to the old school days too. So he got everything in there.
It was really cool to watch the Aaron Judge explosion here in New York, and watching the fans and watching someone that is so genuinely excited to play basketball. I mean, excuse me, baseball. But it felt like it went through the whole team.
Yeah.
And then you guys had that awesome run.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
It was exciting.
Are you excited?
Oh, you know it, man. This made my day right here. Hey, all right, so wait, I always like to ask this, just two things before we let you go.
Two things, and we're going to let him go.
Pitcher that gives you the most problems. When you see him on the list for the weekend, you go, oh, man, this guy, who the hell is, I can't stand going against this guy.
That's a really good question. I'm still going to stick with Kluber.
Yeah, Kluber, his stuff is nasty.
Yeah, his stuff is nasty, We don't get to see him that much, but I still gotta stick to him because he's one of the best pitchers.
All right, and then what about shortstop? Like, who's another shortstop that you love to watch? I mean,
Simmons.
Who?
Simmons, Anderson Simmons.
Yeah, really?
The reason why? Because I played with him since we were 6.
Wow.
In Curacao, and he has not changed at all. till now, he hasn't changed. I mean, everything hits to him. He makes it play. He makes it all incredible plays. So I'll still stick with him.
That's unbelievable. You grew up with him, and you're both here in the majors together.
Yep.
That's unreal. That's really cool.
True or false? You went into the Yankees store last night. Are you allowed to do that? What was the reaction?
Well, we were just walking in Times Square, and I saw the Yankees. So I was like, might as well just go in there, just see what they got. Maybe they got something, something new that I haven't seen. And so I saw it. I walked in, and the girls were like,
yeah.
All right,
Why
is this actually
Don't
Didi
you get this
Gregorius
for
in here?
free?
And the guy was walking, and he's like, yo, you Didi Gregorius fan? I was like, maybe not. He's like, nah, I know it's you.
And then it was.
Yeah. But it was only, one person in there?
Wow.
Yeah, but it was actually fun, just talking to everybody.
That's awesome.
They were like, man, I thought we would never see one of you guys in here, so.
That's hilarious.
I think I was one of a couple.
I need Didi Gregorius's Super Bowl prediction.
Super Bowl prediction?
Yes. Here's what we're going to do. Here are all the teams. These are all their initials. I want you to just point at 2 of them.
Don't do that. Come here. I'm going to show you the standings right here.
I wanted
you know
it to be
the
like,
Pittsburgh Steelers,
yeah, the
the New England
Steelers,
Patriots, those are
yeah.
the top. So it's one of these 2 teams or 3 teams right here against one of these teams, like the Minnesota Vikings, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles
This is going to be in stone because if it hits, you get all the credit.
I know. You don't. Just,
I
if
was
you're
about to
wrong,
say,
it doesn't matter. Take the
right, you're a
Patriots.
genius.
Do the New England Patriots. That's 1.
He cares about him so
And
much.
then who do you want to do? Vikings. He's a huge Eagles fan, so you could placate to him, but screw him.
Your favorite team?
My favorite team? Well, it would have been the Giants, but they're not in this mix right now. So let's go with this right here. Let's go Philadelphia Eagles.
What's your favorite team?
That's my favorite team. Oh, Didi,
Patriots,
you're the
Eagles?
man.
You want to do
Yeah,
it?
so we're going like that.
I appreciate you. Didi Gregorius is the absolute man
Thank you,
right
thank
here
you, thank
in
you,
Bleacher
thank you.
Report.
Kick ass.
Sims'
Will do,
favorite
man.
player.
Always right.
Didi.
All right, let's get back to making
You're the
picks.
man. Go ahead. You're allowed
thanks,
to just
man.
walk off, do whatever you want.
Just walk up. You want me to take the chair with me?
Yeah, sure. Damn,
Oh,
doubles,
man. Utility
double
player.
duty right
He's a
here.
utility player.
DH or
Didi.
fielder.
Thanks,
See you, man.
Have a
Be
great day,
good.
brother.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Man, how did you pull that off right there? That was awesome. That was awesome.
I wasn't sure how you would do with athletes because
Right.
we're around athletes all the time.
Right.
And I wanted to see the reaction that would happen if you
Man,
saw your
that's
favorite.
one of my favorites right there.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I want to shout out Kelsey Williams and all those people that made that possible. You guys are awesome.
Thank
now,
you.
I know you guys are ready for football picks. We're going to get back to that. Let us now go to, what is more of a downer than Indianapolis Buffalo after Didi Gregorius is in here? Golly. Because Didi, we're going to be a little bit quicker in the games that we didn't bet a lot on.
that's fine.
So Colts, Buffalo. The line, it doesn't have a line yet because we're waiting to see if it's going to be Tyrod Taylor or if it's going to be Nathan Peterman. In this game, I am actually going to be going with Indy $10.
Okay.
Main reason, if it's Nathan Peterman, I don't want my money on Nathan Peterman, so I'm just going to go $10.
Yeah, all right. So
And
you
I
think they're
actually
going to win the game?
I think they're going to win the game. And I actually look at the Colts. We have the music just going. I look at the Colts defense, and they've actually been pretty good against the run recently.
yeah.
I know that their secondary is a fuck-offs and
It is.
fuck-ups and cast-offs.
Right.
But no, I'm going to go Colts here.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game. I'm going Buffalo, $10 on Buffalo. I picked them to win the game 27-23. I think the thing that, I just look at kind of what you said. Yeah, the Colts do defend the run pretty well, and of course that is what Buffalo wants to do. But the secondary of the Colts is what really scares me at the end of the day. And even for an average pass offense like the Bills, I think they can have enough success. And I also think the Colts, I just don't think the Colts are going to be able to run the ball well enough to take advantage of the weakness of the Buffalo Bills. And Buffalo's been pretty good for the most part, not letting up big plays in the pass game. I'll stand by that theme. I know there's been a game here and there where it hasn't been perfect.
Yeah.
But as you saw last week, they didn't let Brady and them just
No.
march up and down the field on them. So that's why I go Buffalo. Move
Yeah, I've
on.
lost so many picks on the Colts. I don't know why I keep picking
Well, they're
them.
one of those teams that's so close every week.
Every freaking week.
Yeah.
Let us now go to Green Bay at Cleveland. This line has been moving a ton. Apparently, it started off as Green Bay -6. It is now down to just 3. This game is in Cleveland. Green Bay's offense is 25th. Their defense is 24th. The Browns' offense is 24th. Their defense is 10th. They are 3-point dogs.
Yeah.
Which, it's very interesting to me that the Sharps in Vegas immediately started pounding the Browns. Last week,
This is the week.
last week I made money on the Browns.
Right.
And I made money on the Packers. The Browns actually covered. Actually, yeah, I got it right here. I am going Browns again. I'm going $10.
But you got it right. Didn't it was only your Lefkoe lock?
No, I made it a Lefkoe lock, but on this show, I picked the Browns. I went against my Lefkoe locks, which I'm never doing that again. Never doing that again. But I look at this game and I go, I think the Browns defense is really good.
Right.
They really impressed me against the Chargers last week. I thought about all their home games. They've actually been really good at home.
Yep.
They covered the spread against the Tennessee Titans. They almost beat another team I can't remember right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars game evaporated at the very end, but they were in that game the entire time.
Yeah.
And I look at this game against Green Bay, because I had so much on Green Bay last week, I really watched them.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that confident after what I saw in Tampa Bay at home.
Right.
So the fact that they're going to Cleveland, I think this is where Cleveland gets their win.
This could be
This is the money line win.
You know, I got to see it to believe it. I'm going $10 on the Packers. I actually picked it to be a push, oddly enough. But I picked Green Bay to win the game 20-17. I do think it's a great matchup for the Cleveland Browns, certainly.
They don't have the passing attack to take advantage of it.
Definitely not.
And they're missing King at cornerback, and now Josh Gordon's becoming
I mean, if there's a week
really
to do
is
it, yes,
lining
the
up.
Packers defense, you know, solid, do a lot of good things that can be creative, yes. But Cleveland pass protects okay. Hugh Jackson seems to find a way to move the ball in the pass game every week a little bit. Not that it's like sexy and explosive. And yeah, Green Bay they're struggling offensively, and this defense for Cleveland could shut them down. So this could be the week, but yeah, I'm just going $10 on the Packers because I just got to see it once to actually take it.
I completely get it. I think I'm just hopped up on Browns fumes right now.
So wait, you took it as a Lefkoe lock, and then yet. So
I do these first.
Right.
And then what I do is the ones that we agree on with a lot of money, those are guaranteed Lefkoe locks.
Okay.
Usually then I look at my other big ones,
Gotcha.
but you kept talking about how ridiculous my picks were, and then you were so set on the Chargers, I went, no, I'll take the easy one. I had 3, I needed a 4th. Don't do this. Minnesota at Carolina. I love betting big on teams that I know. Vikings are 5th on offense, 2nd on defense. The Panthers 18th on offense, 6th on defense. The Vikings are looking to maintain home field advantage. The Panthers got beat up by a division rival in the Saints, and they need to keep winning to keep pace with the Seahawks and all those other teams in the NFC racing for wild card spots. It is a 2.5 line for Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I went through and I looked at how has Cam Newton done against this Minnesota defense in recent years.
Right.
Really not that pretty. I know a lot of quarterbacks haven't done well, but I think that what Cam wants to do, the Minnesota Vikings are asking for you to do. You want to run and get hit by our front 7, please.
Yep.
I think that it is going to be a tough matchup for this running game for Minnesota because I do think those linebackers are very, very good, and I don't think that they have an Alvin Kamara on their roster for Minnesota.
Right.
But I do think that this passing offense is good at finding zones. I am going, it's one of my big bets of the week, I'm going $300 on Minnesota. This is a team that on the road this year has been...
Call them.
Okay. On the road this year, I think they have one loss. They just won at the Falcons. They won at the Lions.
Well,
they
they
won
only
at
have 2
Washington.
losses.
They won at Chicago. And the one loss was Pittsburgh Steelers. It was Case Keenum's first game. But I love Minnesota. They're super consistent.
Yeah.
I guess it's motivation from Zimmer saying that he's going to wait every week for Case Keenum. But I like Minnesota, and at 2.5 is not enough for me.
Yeah, okay. I feel you. I mean, I like Minnesota too. I'm going $10 on it. I'm not going to put $300 on that. I think that's crazy. I mean, but
Why?
I do. It's at home for Carolina. Carolina, this game could go either way in my eyes. I mean, it's a little scary, but I think at the end of the day, Minnesota is the better football team. I'm picking the Vikings to win 23-20. You know, a lot of the things you said are certainly correct. The way Carolina wants to play on the offensive side of the ball. The Cam Newton runs, some of the McCaffrey, screens, things like that. That's going to be very hard against this Vikings defense because of their DNs, how athletic and fast they are. Of course, the two guys in the middle, the extra safeties. The other thing that scares me is there's no one that scares you in the pass game for the Carolina Panthers.
None.
So Xavier Rhodes on a 3rd and 6 or a 2nd and 4, they're going to say, go shut down Devin Funchess, right? And they'll be able to put an extra guy in the box to stop the running. Now, Cam Newton's done a great job of not taking big hits, and I hope that continues because it's going to make his career a lot longer.
Yeah.
But yes, I just have a hard time thinking they're going to have their way with that Minnesota defense. And on the other side, I'll say this. I still think a lot of this Carolina's defense, when I watched that film back from New Orleans last week, played better than I thought it did watching on TV. It was like 2 or 3 big runs that made the stats look different.
Yeah.
Right. So from that standpoint, I still have faith in the Carolina defense, but this is where I go, Minnesota's better than New Orleans in this category. Minnesota's O-line is arguably top 3 in football. So I do think they can still open up lanes. But this is where it changes for me. The Carolina Panthers don't want to play man-to-man. And they got away with it a little last week against the New Orleans Saints because New Orleans doesn't really have a guy that scares you either.
They lost Brandon Cooks and Ted Ginn.
And Snead's not the same. Ted Ginn's there, but he's not in on every play because all he really does is run post and go routes, so they don't want to put him in to run the other routes. But Minnesota's guys on the edge can beat man-to-man. I watch Adam Thielen every week. It doesn't matter who the corner is, whether it was last week against the Falcons. He beats people off the line, and he gets wide open. And it's like the Jordy Nelson effect. I think people see him and they go, hey, he's a white guy. He can't be that fast. Let me get in his face. Oh, crap, he's fast. Let me back off after a while. But him, Diggs, Rudolph, that's why. Sorry, it's a long answer.
No, that's why I picked them $300.
Yeah,
Connor Robinson's upset that
Yeah.
he said earlier that Funchess wasn't going to catch a pass. Good job, Connor. I didn't see it. So we are on the same wavelength here. Yeah, I really like Minnesota, and I'm just getting this weird vibe from Carolina. It's kind of like a vibe. I don't really trust them right now.
Well, they're anyways. That's the way they play. Even when they were 15-1 and going to the Super Bowl, they had a lot of games in there, if you remember, where you just were like, oh, they won 23-20, but they won, and that's just the way they play.
They were down like 20 to like
10 or whatever it might have been. Right.
Let's go to Detroit at Tampa Bay. This game does not have a line right now because we are waiting on the injured right throwing hand of Matt Stafford. Both offenses are in the top 15. Both defenses are in the bottom 5 or 6. Tampa Bay's defense is 31st in the NFL. I really enjoyed betting against the Bucs last week because Jameis did exactly what I thought he would do. Some careless turnovers, some throwing while he was over the line, just Jameis things.
Yep.
How about this? I'm putting $100 on Tampa Bay. I don't know what the line is, but I know that this on Matt Stafford is really important.
Right.
And I don't know what the Lions would be like without Stafford. I don't know what the Lions are going to be like if he's hurt. I just know that right hand has been complimented and described by this person, Chris Sims, as one of the most special right hands that has ever held a football. And I don't know of a quarterback who's hurt that and really played well. And when Caldwell came out earlier this week and said this is not a minor injury, that's when I went, whoever the Lions are playing, I'm going to bet on. Shit, it's the Bucs. But that's why I only put 100 because I would have put more. But I'm doing 100.
I picked the game when I had to make my picks as if Matt Stafford was going to play, plain and simple. And I picked. I'm going $10 on the Lions. Okay. It's too many.
What do you think about my strategy?
Too many iffy things there. I mean, if Stafford doesn't play, I think if Stafford plays, he's going to be good enough to carve them up. Yes.
But I think that it will be hurt.
It could be. This is where I hate being in this business because I would like to go like, here's my bet if Stafford plays, and here's my pick if he doesn't play.
Of course.
But that's just not the way it is. I'm expecting him to play just because I think he's a baller. He's tough as hell, and he realizes that they can't fucking win a game without him. So I think he realizes that. There's nothing for me to be overly confident with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers football team. This game is a total coin flip type of football game.
So much so that Vegas now has it as a pick'em. So Canvasser, I'd like this officially to go down as a pick'em. It's whoever wins. I feel good about my $100 then.
Yeah, cool. I think it can go either way, certainly. I think the big thing I looked at is just I picked it as if Stafford's going to play. There's no great pass rushers on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They're the worst.
There's really no great coverage people. Right. So I just think this is the kind of game where as long as he can move around, he can almost take over by himself. But, yes, the hand problem is going to be something to watch out for. I also worry about Detroit's defense. It's over for Detroit's defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the front is just they've had too many injuries. Ezekiel Anza's not the same. Tampa can move the ball on them. So it'll be interesting to see where this game goes.
Andrew Rothman has just joined. This is the man who is in first place in my fantasy league.
Yes.
And if you've been doing this and listening to our information, Andrew, I'm coming for you.
Good.
Just know that when I'm winning this battle in fantasy this weekend and Alvin Camizzle Sauce goes off on Thursday night,
do you have to
I'm
play
coming
him?
for you.
Oh.
We'll see.
You don't know yet?
He's got a bye.
What's his name?
Andrew.
Andrew. Let's go, Andrew. You can do it, buddy.
Don't support him.
You can do it, Andrew. Don't worry. Steal our stuff. He steals my stuff. Use it on him. Screw him.
My gosh. Oakland at Kansas City, an AFC West battle for the division. How the hell has this happened?
How the hell?
The Raiders are 6-6. The Chiefs are 6-6. That offense is not 6th in the NFL for the Chiefs anymore, but their defense sure as hell is 30th.
Yeah.
The Raiders are 16th in offense, 22nd in defense, and there are a $4 line. I got distracted because Tim Rowland said, "Why so many F-bombs all the time?"
Oh,
Hashtag
sorry.
unclassy.
Sorry.
I never said I was classy.
Yeah, no,
you
we don't pretend to be classy here, okay? Sorry.
You don't even want to know what's in this cup. I looked at this, and I started thinking about offense and defense.
Yeah.
And I thought about when they played the Thursday night before. And when I watched that game, I kept thinking, man, Kansas City's offense, they can move the ball. They have really good plays. They're setting up things well. And the Raiders, it was just Amari Cooper and Crabtree one-on-one, man-to-man. I look at the two teams. The Kansas City offense isn't that effective anymore. And I'm looking at the Raiders and I'm going, they're still running the same stuff. And the Chiefs defense has not changed. If I was going to give an award for the most stubborn coaching staff in all of the NFL, it is the defensive coaches for the Kansas City Chiefs. You guys, congratulations. You put your flag in the sand and you said, we're never going to change. And that's why I'm taking the Raiders, and I'm actually putting a good chunk of change on it. 4 points, I'm putting $200 on the Oakland Raiders. I know it's crazy, but 4 points for the Chiefs. Why are the Chiefs still getting lines that are bigger than 3? I don't get it. I'm going the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm with you, really, actually, and I'll see your 200 and raise you 260 more.
Wow. Yeah. All right, Lefkoe lock.
There's not a lot of bets I really like this week, but this was one of them. And my big thing with this is, first of all, I mean, you hit on it. The Chiefs' defense stinks. There's nothing to be worried about.
Trash.
I mean, other than maybe some big guys in the middle. Okay, great, but Oakland's got big guys on the offensive line. They're going to be able to pass protect. The Chiefs can't really create any pressure either. They have no pass rush. 0 sacks last week against the Jets. Marcus Peters suspended, okay?
Yes,
that's a good one. We don't know where Cooper's going to be. I'm not sure. I know he missed practice yesterday. He's cleared from concussion protocol, but the foot is still an issue. Doesn't really matter, in my opinion, whether he plays or not. I think the Raiders, the two things I like about the Raiders, first of all, they've won 3 out of their last 4. So there's something to be said about that. I know it isn't pretty. This team's not pretty. Neither one of these teams are pretty. But the Raiders have been running the ball, and I don't really give a shit about the yards and all that. It's the attempts. That's what they need to do because it helps protect their defense. It helps open up some things for their ordinary pass game. Yeah, they've been giving it to them. So that is what I like. Other thing I'll say is, since they made the switch at defensive coordinator, they've been doing some different things on defense and have been playing pretty solid football. I mean, I know they haven't played the greatest teams in the world the last few weeks, but 17 points against the Giants, 14 points against the Broncos. Okay, good stuff. And I just don't – I look at Oakland, and I just think they're the tougher football team right now. Khalil Mack's kind of kicking butt. And
we haven't talked about him in a while.
He's kind of coming around here as of late. He's been really, like, when I watch film of the Raiders, I just go, ooh, whew. He's got a lot of, like, messing the offensive plays up.
Nice.
But, I just think at the end of the day, I think the Oakland Raiders are going to win the football game outright, and I picked them to win, let me just make sure, 24-21.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm with you.
4 points. I don't go.
Well, I just don't trust
Kokonas, our fan producer, says that's what it is for home field in Kansas City is 4 points. Home field in Kansas City is worth 4 points. Other places are worth 3.
Yeah, right.
Places like Seattle and stuff, their home field advantage is worth more.
Yep.
I'm glad we're on that one because I saw that right away and I was like, I would maybe 2, maybe 1. I get it.
Yeah, there's only 2 games. I mean, I'm only betting on 2 games. That was one of them.
All right.
There's only one other one.
Oh, no, and I don't think we're agreeing on it. Look, Dallas at the Giants. Is this one of them? Oh, Dallas is 6-6. The Giants are 2-10.
I'm not betting on these 2 dumpster fires.
The Giants are 28th on offense and 32nd on defense. The Cowboys are 18th on offense, 21st on defense. Sims has already come out and said that he will not bet on these dumpster fires.
No.
And what I know is this. There's a storyline brewing. They finally get rid of the big bad wolf and Ben McAdoo, and the knight in shining armor Eli Manning gallops into town in front of 25 alumna wearing jerseys of Eli Manning, and he goes out there and he absolutely gets his ass kicked because Dallas's defensive line is the only elite unit on this game, and that Giants O-line stinks, and Eli is going to be under trouble. If you thought that he is going to play better than Geno, you are absolutely crazy and you need to be checked because the true thing is Dallas is figuring it out. Dallas has a light at the end of the tunnel, and his name is Zeke. They have momentum. They have a reason to play. They are looking for the playoffs. The Giants, on the other hand, want to do right by Eli and prove their coach wrong. I know that when motivation is pure, it is worth more. I'm going Dallas. I'm going $300 favored by 4 because I understand that they're both garbage bags, but one of them is hefty and one of them tears when I lift it up, and out comes McAdoo. Sims.
Wow. Okay. You know, I'm picking Dallas to win the game 28-21. I'm putting $10 on the Cowboys. Okay, so they're covering the spread. There you go. But the thing
that's a Sims approval.
The thing that scares me is, well, it does scare me, the fact that there's a coaching change. That can sometimes be a positive thing. Rallied the locker room. Eli coming back to play. They're going to have an energized stadium because it is the Cowboys there, and everybody's going to want to come back and go, oh, this might be the last few times I've seen Eli Manning play football. So I really think it's going to be a very energized crowd. Now, I agree with you. I mean, they're taking a step back in the quarterback position. Geno Smith did things last week against the Raiders that Eli Manning can't do.
DeMarcus Lawrence versus Eli is going to be embarrassing. Eli's just going to see him and go, oh.
Well, yeah, Eli will get
This is Eli. This is Eli. I'm done. You guys have given him too much love. This is Eli. That's Eli every snap. A person? Oh, God.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you there too much. The one thing I'll say, though, the thing that scares me is the fact that Dallas is so simple in the back end with their defenses. You know, he'll be able to get the ball out of his hand quickly. So that scares me a little bit, okay? Oh, no. And, I mean, crap, the Giants got some defensive players still, and this Dallas offense has not been tearing it up.
I'm not listening to you anymore with this.
Good.
Because I
got the Browns-Chargers game wrong?
No, I've been saying this all year, too, about the Giants. Yeah. They're going to keep it close. They're going to keep it close, but I just think they're going to get worn down like they always do. It's like every Giants game, the Seahawks game, the Raiders game, they get worn down.
Right.
And I look at this Dallas team and I go, Alfred Morris looked really good. They have extra time to prepare because it was a Thursday night game.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm feeling it. I think Dak is wanting to do it on the national stage. And I just want you to know that I think it's really funny when your sideburns get really bushy.
Oh, they are. I need a haircut.
Oh, man. $400. There was a bunch of games that we agreed on. We're going to do these quick.
Okay.
Identical picks. We have 5 games. We bet $10 on all these, and we took the same. So, guys, listen closely. We both took Cincinnati -6 against Chicago.
I'm picking Cincinnati to win 24-17.
Yeah, you do that every time. Okay. So that's a cover. It's a 7-point cover. We are both betting $10 on San Francisco.
I'm picking
plus
Houston.
2.5 at Houston.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm picking Houston 24-23. So you're saying a very close game.
Gotcha.
Yes.
We are both putting $10 on the Jets to win at Denver.
Yep, I'm going Jets 19-17.
We are both going $10. I'm surprised. I thought you might go to Washington here. $10 on the Chargers -5.5 against the Washington.
Yeah, that scared me against the Washington.
I'm not saying.
I know you are. That scared me just the 5.5 points. I do think Washington matches up with them okay. So
and the Washington's a good team.
And they have extra days.
Yes.
And just all those reasons. So,
and the Chargers
I'm picking
are
the Chargers to
sometimes.
win 27-20.
27-20.
Yes.
Yeah, I just think that offensive line against the Chargers D-line that's in L.A.
Yep.
And then we both both picked Arizona +3 against Tennessee. I didn't want to really put any money on any of these games.
No, I am agreeing with you. I actually picked Arizona to upset this game. I just think
I picked Arizona to win too.
Yeah, so I'm going 27-24. I don't feel good about it, but yeah, all those games.
Tennessee is
they're
a paper
dicey.
champion.
Yeah, I don't feel overly confident in Tennessee. That's like the Pittsburgh Bowl too. It's Lefkoe.
All right, let's
and
do.
all
So Derek Martin won some reasoning. So let's go through just really quick. Cincinnati over Chicago.
Cincinnati over Chicago, I just look at Chicago and go, how are they going to throw the ball on that Cincinnati secondary? They're going to be able to focus the run game. And then Chicago, yeah, their defensive front's good. They'll be able to block them. But Andy Dalton's going to pick apart the zone defense of the Bears. I just think they'll win an ugly, close football game.
San Francisco, Houston.
It was a tough one to pick. I just think Houston's a little bit better of the football team. They can run the ball. Savage is scary. I understand that. But he does some good things on a week-to-week basis where I watch him. And the 49ers defense stinks. And then I just look at the 49ers and go, they'll move the ball. But I just think, as compared to last week where they beat the Bears, this Texans team has a few more difference makers than the Bears, and that's why
Houston
I took them.
win, Niners cover.
Right.
Jets, you have them going into Denver and winning.
I do.
I don't know who the quarterback is for the Jets. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, for the Broncos,
yeah.
I don't know what they're doing right now.
It doesn't really matter.
The Jets
They
are
find
not
a
a good road team, but
yeah, I mean, they're not a great road team, but they're the better football team in this matchup. It won't be easy for the Jets because the Broncos' defense is still good. But what I'm betting on is what we've seen in the 8-game losing streak of the Broncos is they will find a way to screw it up. I can promise you that, whether it's a pick six, an interception. Oh, guess what? Their punt returner, McKenzie, fumbled again last week for the 7th time. Okay, throw him out there one more week, Vance. Maybe he'll make it happen this week.
The fact that the special teams coach is still there is crazy. Now, regard to Chargers-Washington, Kokones has weighed in. He goes, money line Washington. You know where Washington likes to play, Lefkoe. I forgot. They're undefeated in California.
Yeah.
Washington is undefeated in California. I'm not going to change my pick. I'm still only going $10 on the Chargers, but Kokones brings in a good point.
Yeah, they are. It is a scary game. I will not be shocked if the Redskins win the game. I just think the Chargers are playing better. They're, of course, playing for something, and I think their team is just a little bit better than the Redskins.
And then the last one, Arizona, you have over Tennessee.
Yeah, I think the thing I look at and go, I still have respect for Arizona's defense. Arizona has got nothing to worry about as far as one player to scare them in the pass game. Patrick Peterson's going to be able to match up, play man-to-man in certain situations. They'll be able to slow down that run game of Tennessee. And then the other side of the ball, Tennessee, their great advantage is, they got a lot of good players. They're nothing great. It's the Dick LeBeau Pittsburgh defense. Only problem is, it's not going to confuse this offense because Bruce Arians came from Pittsburgh. They run the Pittsburgh defense in Arizona, and I think they'll have some creative pass plays to kind of expose that.
So those are the 5 games that we agree on that we also would not touch if you're in the betting public. It's just a whole lot of crap that it's not worth your time. Now let's go to one of the best games of the week, 4 o'clock. Are you here this weekend?
I am, unfortunately.
Nice. I'm excited to watch this game with you. Seattle at Jacksonville. Both teams are 8-4.
Old Seattle versus new Seattle.
Jacksonville's offense is 11th. Their defense is 9th. The Seahawks offense is 10th. Their defense is number 1. Jalen Ramsey, did you see the quote I sent you?
I did. I mean,
Jalen Ramsey believes that they are the new kids on the block, and they are the baddest boys out there, and they are not afraid of Seattle. This game, for me, I am not betting a lot of money.
Jaguars' defense is not 9th. They would be number 1. I mean, I don't know.
Total yards?
In everything. What are we doing? How much pot did we smoke before we made these graphics? What the hell?
Officer, how much pot did you smoke?
How many times did you hit the bong?
He said 0.
Holy crap.
What about the bong?
We're trusting him to add our...
He's not allowed anymore.
It's the number 1 defense in football. Points allowed, yards per game, pass yards per game.
I first wanted to go Seattle because I don't trust Jacksonville all the time. But then I thought about the fact that the Jaguars get to see what the Eagles did last week. And I hope that they learn from that lesson. I don't think every time in life you need to experience a loss to learn a valuable lesson. And this one it is containing Russell Wilson and sitting back and doing what you need to do. The difference, though, is the Jaguars' corners are so much better than the Eagles' corners that those 50-50 pass interference balls are not happening. Like, Jalen Ramsey might intercept them. Their linebackers are so much better than the Eagles' linebackers. I think that they're going to be able to contain Russell Wilson. I think that Telvin Smith and Miles Jack, they're better than Michael Kendricks.
What's Telvin's status?
I don't know.
Yeah,
let's see if Canvasser can find it. I'm going to go Jacksonville right now, and I am going to pick $10. I'm going $10 on Jacksonville.
Okay.
And Mike Coconut says Vegas can't get a ticket on Jacksonville right now. I guess everyone's taking Seattle.
Well, okay, that's good. Telvin Smith practice Wednesday full. I mean, it's hard to take Jacksonville in this matchup. My heart wants to take Jacksonville.
I'm taking them because I'm rooting for them.
I root for Jacksonville, but my brain says... Going to Seattle, gonna get some grunge, yeah. Seattle. Hey, woo! It's 4:20 in Seattle. Woo! All right. You like the tongue wave there?
That part was ridiculous. Yeah, like you already were like in full air guitar and.
Well, that's what I think I'd do if I was on stage. Okay.
Little tongue flip.
A little tongue flip.
Wow, so I was going through all of that, and you're just sitting on this
salivating. I mean, all your points make sense, but we make these points that make sense the last few weeks against Russell Wilson, and he goes out there, and I got to see it to believe it. I just don't know what else to say. I don't give a damn who you got on the other side. Russell Wilson is the magic maker right now, and they just want to spread the field and, okay, crap, we can't block anybody. It doesn't matter. He's going to run around and make things happen, and people are going to get up. Jalen Ramsey's one of the best corners I've ever seen in my whole life. Can he cover for 10 seconds? I don't know. That's going to be tough. So I just got to see it to believe it. And then my other problem is what, Adam Lefkoe?
The 70th ranked quarterback.
Thank you. I mean, poor Leonard Fournette, 1-year career is coming to an end here. I mean, I just can't imagine them throwing the ball successfully all day long against the Seattle Seahawks defense. I think Seattle's going to make it a field goal fest. I think Seattle's offense will score 1 touchdown, and then it'll become a field goal fest. But I'm going 16-12 Seattle. They're getting 2.5 points. And Seattle, I mean, Jacksonville plays everybody close. And I just think this is one team that's like, hey, close game? Sure. Hey, we got number 3. We'll give them the ball at the end, and we'll see what happens. And number 3 always freaking wins. So play that music again, Canvasser.
Steinmetz.
Yeah. Seattle. Nirvana.
You flicked the guitar pick at the end. You're like, I don't need that.
There you go, fans. Woo!
Skidoo! Here are some reactions to Sims' guitar playing. Whoa, Derek Martin. Sims, is that Kiss? Really?
It was Kiss.
Derek Martin, what was Sims smoking pre-pick?
Ugh.
Chandler Frankenfield, Sims is too turned. Joseph Navarro, what was that?
Yeah, just playing
Josephine Purcell, love it, Sims. You had me dancing in Alaska.
Yeah. Woo! See?
And then Christopher Kim with what I was just thinking, LOL, Lefkoe just changed that to a Lefkoe lock. Yo, I literally circled it. I was like, yo, I might even make that lock.
So what part of it?
Well, our guy Coconuts agreed with you. He goes, I actually like that Sims. December is big boy football.
Jacksonville's the better team, okay? They are the better football team. But like I said, this is a team that knows how to play battle-tested football in Seattle, and Russell Wilson he's the MVP of football right now. He is the best player in the game. And you know, I love Carson Wentz and Tom Brady, but they're just not on his level right now, what he's doing. And I thought Atlanta would surround him and keep him intact in the pocket. I thought your Eagles would, and it doesn't matter. So I just don't see Jacksonville to move the ball.
But you have told me that Jacksonville's defense is maybe the best we've ever seen.
Lefkoe, Jacksonville barely beat Cleveland. Every game's going to be close. Blake Bortles is their quarterback.
And it's going to come down to, in the end, Russell gets 1 possession.
I mean, Doug Marrone goes, I got greedy at the end of the game in Arizona. You know what he was saying? I got greedy. I asked my quarterback to throw a 5-yard out route, and he threw it 10 yards short into Tyrann Mathieu's chest. Yeah, I mean, all the signs, like Jacksonville's trying to tell everybody that he's bad, Like, they're all trying, but they're saying it politely. Like, nobody wants to just say, he stinks, and that's why we struggle on offense. It's always like, I got greedy, or Leonard Fournette's got an 11-man box, or how many defenses have we heard say, Leonard Fournette can beat us, but Blake Bortles can't? I mean, it just goes on and on.
You know what the big story was in Jacksonville?
What?
That apparently Doug Marrone's post-game meal is a bologna and cheese sandwich with a glass of milk, and they sent him down hundreds of pounds of bologna.
I saw that. He needs to lose weight. We can't do that to him, bologna.
Guys, beans, not beef, and especially beans, not
milk
bologna.
and bologna. What is that, a 1955 lunch?
We actually, in our business, call that the anti-vegan diet, or the vegano.
Man.
Which is, you eat bologna and then wash it down, probably on white bread, because come on, he's definitely eating white bread.
With milk?
With milk.
Ugh.
Think about that. You're eating an entire cow.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Fucking gross. I think I'm going to make Seattle a Lefkoe lock. I'm not even kidding you. So, you play electric guitar. Philadelphia at the Rams. What the hell are we going to watch at 4 o'clock?
I only want to watch, oh, damn, we got Baltimore Pitt at that time,
I told you.
Damn.
No, that's Sunday Night Football.
Oh, that's right.
I told you, though, 2 weeks ago, Week 14 is the shit. The Eagles are 10-2. The Rams are 9-3.
We're definitely going to have these two games on front and center.
I have been saying since the Kansas City game in Week 2 that I would pledge my allegiance as the mush, and I would bet against the Philadelphia Eagles.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Now, last week, I bet against them, and it came true. And the whole time I've been against them, and it's not becoming true.
So you're going to reverse it?
It's not about me anymore.
Oh,
they're on their own.
Ego is the enemy.
The Eagles lost,
right,
and I went 12-4.
Right.
The mush curse is broken.
It is broken.
And because of that,
the
Eagles are getting 2 points, and I'm putting $300 on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Good for you.
Because they are, in my mind, the better overall team, getting 2 points. The Rams missed a day of practice this week because of the fires. I hope everybody's doing okay out there. I believe I saw a quote from Lane Johnson that was, I'm pissed, and we're going to go out there and kill somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for them, too.
Yeah.
I think that they were the better team in Seattle, other than Russell Wilson, and I thought they just continued to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yep.
I think they're playing a team that I'm a little bit worried can spread them out and get big plays. This is the Eagles, and I think they're going to win the game. They're getting 2 points.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm glad you're betting on them. It's going to be fun to see you totally emotionally invested in them this weekend. But I'm picking the Eagles to win 23-21. I'm only putting $10 on the game. I certainly think the Eagles are the better football team. And what you said about the Seahawks last week, yes, the Eagles were the better team on the field in that game. They did not play one of their best games of the year, and there they were at the start of the fourth quarter, and it was 17-10. And you're right, that was Russell Wilson, and that was just a different animal, respectfully, than what they're going to see this week with the Rams. The Rams scare me. That's why I just can't put a ton of money on it. The Rams, the biggest thing I take away from the Rams, and I think you heard me say this last week, they just put pressure on you all game with all three phases. Special teams, defense. Yeah, you might make some plays on their defense, but damn, Aaron Donald or Alec Ogletree might make a big play, or Jermaine Johnson. I love LaMarcus Joyner in the back end as well. So they have some difference makers. That's what scares me more than anything. And then, hey, being on the road for 2 weeks, it could be a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It really can be. It can also be a bad thing too. It can take people out of their rhythm, and you're living out of a hotel, and you're watching film in a hotel, and meetings are there. It's just a little different scenario altogether. But I do expect the Eagles to win the football game. I think they are the better football team in general. I think you should be able to run the ball on the Rams. I don't think the Rams are great cover people to where Carson Wentz should have people open, and if he doesn't, I expect him to throw the ball better than he did last week where he struggled. And your defense, it's gonna let up a few yards overall, but Schwartz has, he's got a pretty good feel for what offenses are trying to do to him. I just hope he's not too over-aggressive. They have no Robert Woods. I think a Darby can match up with a Sammy Watkins at times. Brandon Graham would have had 6 sacks
last week, and Jared Goff is not Russell Wilson.
No.
Mike Coconut says this, and a lot of fans are saying this.
Yeah.
The Eagles have played 2 teams this year, 500 or better, and they're 0-2. What would you say about that? Is that accurate, or do you believe the Eagles are better than that factor?
Yeah, I think the Eagles are better than that factor. I'm pulling up it all together here. Okay, so the Washington Redskins, yes, they're below 500 right now. The Washington Redskins are a team that, to me, when they played them especially, were one of the better teams in football. They weren't ravaged by injury at that point. And the Redskins played one of the toughest schedules I've seen in football this year. So that's been hard. They did beat the Chargers. All right, let's not forget about the Chargers. Yeah, they're 6-6, and they blew some games early. But, man, I don't know. The Chargers
they beat the Chargers. They're 6-6.
Right, they're one of the best teams in the AFC. The Carolina Panthers, last time I checked, pretty damn good. They went down to Carolina and did that. They embarrassed the Cowboys, who are 6-6 in Dallas. And I just don't look at it that way. I mean, I understand that, but I think their schedule has been plenty hard, and they've won in impressive fashion through the majority of those weeks.
Let's now go to a game. This is interesting. It's the runoff from the excitement from Monday night. Baltimore at Pittsburgh is going to be a Sunday night game, and we get to see if Al Michaels uses words like disgusting and sickening. The Steelers are 10. By the way, I'm out on Sean McDonough.
Okay.
He overreacts to too many things. I don't think he's that great.
All right.
I always get too personal with those guys.
That's okay.
Ravens are 7-5. The Steelers are 10-2. The Steelers are favored by 5 points in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious about how it's going to be for the Steelers after an emotional week. They lose Juju Smith-Schuster. They're upset about all the hits. They've lost Ryan Shazier, who I don't think people truly understand how good he is.
Right.
He is would you agree with me that he's a top 3 contender for Defensive Player of the Year?
I think, I don't know if I will go that. He's in that conversation. I don't know about top 3, but top 5, yes. I'd probably put him there.
He's been a huge part of this team.
Everybody always talks about his missed tackles. And
yes.
Because he's asked to make tackles that other linebackers aren't asked to make.
Pittsburgh constantly plays down to the level of their opponents. The Ravens recently have been getting better and better. 5 points to me is a lot of points for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I went back.
Yeah.
The Ravens haven't lost by 5 points to the Steelers in like 3 years. In fact, they've upset the Steelers more times than they've actually lost by a lot of points. I'm going $200 on the Ravens here. This is just a staple that I see every week. Send the Raven to Pittsburgh and tell Mike Tomlin he's going down.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think this is a really tight game. I feel exactly the way I did about Cincinnati, and we nailed that one. 3-point game with a field goal at the end. And the other thing is, this game is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm excited, legitimately, to watch Justin Tucker in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
No one can kick in Pittsburgh. We're going to bring the best kicker in like the history of the NFL into Pittsburgh. So they have great punting. It's special teams.
Yeah.
And I think that that's going to be the difference maker in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I don't trust it enough to put a lot of money on it. I'm putting $10 on the Ravens. I'm picking them to cover the game, of course. I'm going Pittsburgh 20-17 at the end of the day to win a tough, close football game. Hey, Jimmy Smith getting hurt, that does bother me a little bit. There's going to be situations where Baltimore will have to play man-to-man, and now it's going to be Marlon Humphrey and Antonio Brown, and I don't love that matchup.
Right.
The last time Pittsburgh and Baltimore played, Pittsburgh ran the ball at will on them. That does scare me as well. Now, the Baltimore defense is definitely playing better now than it was then, so I expect that to be a little bit of a different story. I just don't trust, what I don't trust more than anything, to put money on it. Like, I think the Ravens will stay close.
Of course.
But I just get scared of that offense in general.
You didn't like the running game from checking your
I think
notes?
the run game is a little overrated. I think Alex Collins is a little overrated. Yeah, I mean.
I'm curious, like, part of the reason why I'm confident in Dallas is Sean Lee. Part of the reason I'm not really confident in Pittsburgh is, what is that defense without Ryan Shazier?
Yeah.
They have no one to do that. And when you build it, it's like Urlacher. When you build that defense around one guy that has to cover that much ground and he's gone, I know that the Steelers are the better team overall. I just think 5 points is.
Yeah, I think this is plain and simple. What scared me more than anything is just the fact that we talk about Pittsburgh's zone defense, and you can pick it apart. And I just don't know if Baltimore has the offense to pick it apart.
That's a good point.
So that's what scared me more than anything.
That's a really good point.
No, that's why I just couldn't put money. My thoughts are exactly like yours. I just couldn't put money to back it up.
Last one, New England favored by 11 on Monday Night Football.
How much money you got?
I space it out, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Because then if I lose, it's not a huge hit.
Right.
And I don't know, I think I'm pretty good at this. Miami is 5-7. The Patriots are 10-2. The Patriots offense has won. It says there that the defense is ranked 28th, but we went back and looked, and since their winning streak started, they are the #1 scoring defense in the NFL in that span.
Yep.
Better than Jacksonville, better than Philly, better than Pittsburgh, better than Minnesota. They're taking on a Miami team that I know my compadre here has been very impressed with the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Their covering skills has actually been somewhat solid.
Right. They made a few plays.
But I have a rule.
Yeah.
And that rule is simple.
I hear you.
It's Patriots time.
Yeah.
I'm putting $100 on the Patriots. I just want some of my money in there. When Gronk wasn't there for the Tampa Bay game on Thursday, that Thursday night, Patriots could have put up more points, but it did look like more of a struggle, and that was with Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
Now, listen, that team didn't have Deion Lewis doing what he's doing now, and it is a joy to watch Deion Lewis. If you're not checking out Patriots games, every week he is tackled for a 1-yard loss and turns it into a 12-yard game. Every
Cooks is
week.
a different guy now than then.
Cooks is a lot better.
Yeah.
I like the Patriots. I want to put my money on it.
Yeah, I get you. So I put $10 on the Patriots. I was disappointed to see where the spread was because I picked the game 28-17, and the
You
spread
literally
was,
picked?
I did, yeah. So when I saw it, I was like, damn. I guess I'm a little fearful of the fact that, yes, no Gronk. I did like the way that Miami, that game was there for the taking a few weeks ago when they lost 35-17. There was at the point there, I got to go back and look, but at the half, I mean, it was 20-10. The Dolphins were in field goal territory, and if you remember, Matt Moore threw a horrible interception to Stephon Gilmore where he had Devontae Parker open, and then they got the ball in the second half and did nothing. But I just think Jay Cutler at quarterback is definitely better than Matt Moore. I still think that Miami, hey, it's a divisional matchup. They understand, that's the benefit of the division, just like we saw with the Buffalo Bills last week. When you get to see a team multiple times every year and you really have weeks in the offseason to study them, you get a good feel for some of the staples and what you want to take away. So I think that's what scared me more than anything, just from putting big money on it. But I expect New England to win the game all the way.
Mike Kokonis, fan producer Mike Kokonis, saying, funny stat, the Patriots are actually better against the spread without Gronk.
Wow, that's interesting.
Kokonis, I went back and I realized that he's a little bit of a degenerate. And
He's
that's
all
why
over
I love him. Oh, he's a gambling fiend.
Right.
And I appreciate
I know they
his
have a
love.
winning record without him. I saw that yesterday in some news article.
And Mike Kokonis also adding that Jay Cutler is the worst against the spread quarterback of all time.
Damn, that's rough.
Let me go over my Lefkoe locks.
Yeah.
First, let me say our big bets of the week. I am putting 300 on Minnesota.
Yep.
You are doing 10. I am putting 100 on Tampa Bay. You are doing $10 on Detroit. It is a pick'em. Stafford's hand is hurt. I am going 200 on Oakland. You are going 460 on Oakland against the Chiefs.
Right.
I'm going 300 on Dallas. You are going 10 on Dallas.
Let's go Big Blue.
I am going 10 on Jacksonville.
Right.
You are going $1,000 on Seattle. I am going 300 in Philly. You're going 10 on Philly. I'm going 200 on Baltimore. You're going 10 on Baltimore. I am going 100 on New England. You are going 10 on New England. I am going to make Baltimore a Lefkoe lock +5.
Okay.
I am going to make Oakland a Lefkoe lock +4. I am going to make Minnesota a Lefkoe lock -2.5 against Carolina. And the question is, do I do Dallas against New York? Or do I do the Eagles against the Rams? Or do I flip and take the Seahawks?
Don't take mine.
I'm not going to take yours.
Good.
Damn. It seems so good right now. Like, now I want it. That's what it is. I want it. Dallas against New York or the Eagles against the Rams? Dallas is favored by 4. The Eagles are underdogs by 2.
Dallas or
Let me hear what you guys think. Put in the comment section. Should I pick Dallas -4, Philly +2? You think about it. But in the meantime,
I would trust Philly.
That's
what I would
Sims's
do.
vote.
That would be mine.
Now let's hear Sims's 5 teams guaranteed to lose. Sims, where are we starting?
Oh, we're starting in Chicago, Chicago. You're gonna lose, got the Bengals. Chicken in the car, R won't go. That's how you spell Chicago. L-O-S-E, see you later. Okay, next one. The next one.
I just imagine like a fat, like, I shouldn't say that. Like a person be like, this song. Okay, go.
Dude, why don't you do that next to me as we do this? Okay, the next, no, it's weird. Get away from me. Okay, the next one. I got to seize it to believes it. It's week 14 and you're still on the list. Yes, Cleveland, you're gonna lose. You just fired Sashi Brown. That doesn't really have any effect on the game. I think this could be the week you steal a win, but I don't believe it because I haven't seized it yet. So you're going to lose again. Sorry.
Next team guaranteed to lose. Coconuts is telling me both of my teams are losers.
Oh, Big Blue, welcome to Loserville. Sorry. You're putting Eli Manning in back at quarterback. People are going to be wearing 10 jerseys everywhere. But Steve Spagnuolo's your head coach, and the Dallas Cowboys still have a chance to make the playoffs, and they're the better football team. Sorry, Big Blue, you will lose this Sunday.
Ooh, next one up, guaranteed to lose.
Oh, the Redskins. You know why the Redskins are going to lose?
Why?
Because your mother said they were going to.
I haven't talked to her in years.
Well, I've been talking to her, and she said that the Redskins are going to lose to the Chargers. I guarantee it. And I said, Mrs. Lefkoe, I'm going to listen to you. Sorry, Washington Redskins, you will lose this weekend to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Are you really talking to my mom?
Yeah, a little bit. Texting her. I like Sharon. She's cool.
What's your next team?
Bruce is okay with it. We're just talking ball.
Go to your next team.
My next team is... Once again, they're stuck in the Boston Tea Party. It's not good for Dolphins in the Boston Tea Party. It's not good. Tommy Brady threw some extra tea into the Atlantic Ocean down by the South Florida border, and it's a disaster for any Dolphin. Dolphins, you're going to lose. Why? Because you're the Dolphins and then the New England Patriots. See ya.
That was
the worst one we've had all year.
I'm so distracted. Talking about my mom. Bears, Browns, Giants, Washington, Miami. So you have the Bears losing to us.
I don't like how we do it this way. I just don't like it. I want it to be a video to where I can get my clean thoughts out before we do this video. I'm still in pick-me mode. I can't bring all my fire like this. I'm sorry.
I love when you are frazzled.
And I've had enough of that damn music.
I love that song. I think it's really adorable.
No, I want like sound effects. I want something, right, with each pick.
Coconuts has informed me, I have a lot of people saying both teams. Coconuts has informed me that we have 8 different picks and that he thinks the 2 teams that I'm choosing between are absolute losers. Do I pick the Jets as a Lefkoe lock against the Broncos?
I mean, I wouldn't, but...
Okay. You guys are going to have to wait and find out.
What's Coconuts think? What does he think? Wait, Coconuts, what did you think about my Jag-Seahawks pick?
He loved it.
Oh, good.
He said it's the lock of the year. He said that they can't even get anyone to bet on Jacksonville in Vegas right now, and they keep trying to mess with the Lions.
That makes me feel good.
God damn it.
Good.
I'm going to switch.
No, you can't do it. Sorry.
You can't tell me what to do. It's Lefkoe locks. They're my locks. I can do what I want with them. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed Didi Gregorius.
I did. That was awesome. Didi.
Pleasure as always. Guys, enjoy the games. Have fun. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. It should be great. For Sims,
peace out, homies.
Fentrick would say good night, everyone. And the Lefkoe man. Oh, shit. Damn it. The Lefkoe
man
says good night. Talk to you guys later. Enjoy yourselves.